There's just something special about medieval fantasy games. The clash of swords, the glow of magic, and the feeling of carving out your own story in a world untouched by modern life. It never gets old. These games capture that classic mix of history and legend perfectly. You'll face dragons, witches, and knights, but it all feels real and alive. Honestly, I wasn't always into medieval settings, but a few of these games completely changed my mind. So let's jump into the 20 greatest medieval fantasy games you need to play, and see what makes them so unforgettable. Starting at number 20 is Diablo 4, a haunting return to the dark fantasy roots that define the series. Set in the cursed world of Sanctuary, this game throws you into a brutal struggle between angels and demons, where every choice and every fight feels heavy with consequence. It's a world drenched in despair. Ruined villages, cursed crypts, and blood-soaked cathedrals, all brought to life with stunning detail and eerie atmosphere. What makes Diablo 4 stand out is how it blends its Gothic style with a massive open world. You can freely explore regions like the Fractured Peaks, Skosland, and Kedgistan, each filled with secrets, dungeons, and horrifying creatures waiting to be slain. Combat is fast, fluid, and endlessly satisfying, whether you're unleashing elemental fury as a sorcerer or carving through demons as a barbarian. Online co-op and world events make Sanctuary feel more alive than ever, while the endgame challenges ensure there's always something worth fighting for. Diablo 4 captures the perfect balance of medieval dread and high fantasy chaos, proving the franchise still reigns as the king of dark RPGs, and it absolutely deserves its place on this list. Next at number 19 is Gothic 3, a cult classic RPG that delivers one of the most ambitious medieval fantasy worlds of its time. Set in the vast continent of Myrtana, the game throws you into a land torn apart by war, where humans, orcs, and rebels fight for control. What makes Gothic 3 stand out is its freedom. You can choose sides, shape your reputation, and carve your own path through a massive open world filled with ancient ruins, dense forests, and dangerous creatures. Unlike many games of its era, Gothic 3 doesn't hold your hand. Every encounter feels raw and unpredictable, whether you're fighting off a pack of wolves or trying to survive a bandit ambush. The world feels alive. Towns have their own politics, people remember your choices, and quests often lead to unexpected consequences. The game's gritty realism, deep lore, and immersive atmosphere make it a true gem for fans of classic medieval RPGs. Sure, it's rough around the edges, but its depth and freedom are unmatched. Gothic 3 might not be perfect, but it captures that raw, adventurous spirit that defines the best medieval fantasy experiences.
That was the last one. With what? With what?
Next at number 18 is Dragon Quest XI, Echoes of an Elusive Age, a beautifully crafted medieval fantasy RPG that feels like a love letter to classic storytelling. Set in the vibrant kingdom of Erdrea, the game follows the Luminary, a young hero destined to face darkness and uncover the mysteries of his past. From bustling towns to sprawling forests and ancient castles, every location is alive with charm and personality. What sets Dragon Quest XI apart is its perfect balance of classic turn-based combat and modern RPG polish. Battles are strategic yet accessible, letting you experiment with party combinations, spells, and abilities. The story is heartfelt, filled with humor, memorable characters, and epic twists that keep you invested from start to finish. The art direction by Akira Toriyama brings the world to life with stunning visuals, while the sweeping soundtrack by Koichi Sugiyama adds emotional depth to every encounter. Whether you're exploring hidden dungeons, battling formidable monsters, or forging bonds with your companions, Dragon Quest XI delivers a medieval fantasy adventure that's both timeless and unforgettable, earning its spot on this list. Next at number 17 is A Plague Tale Requiem, a dark and emotional journey through a grim medieval world. Following the harrowing events of its predecessor, the game continues the story of Amicia and Hugo as they navigate a land ravaged by war, disease, and supernatural horrors. Every environment, from plague-ridden villages to shadowy forests, is beautifully crafted, drawing you into a world that feels alive, dangerous, and heartbreaking all at once. The game blends stealth, strategy, and storytelling in a way that keeps you constantly on edge. You'll need to outsmart enemies, manipulate light and shadows, and protect Hugo from deadly threats, all while uncovering a narrative filled with loss, hope, and resilience. The bond between the siblings adds an emotional weight that elevates the experience beyond a typical medieval adventure. With stunning visuals, haunting music, and intense gameplay, A Plague Tale, Requiem captures the darkness and beauty of its medieval-inspired world. It's a game that doesn't just let you play a story, it makes you feel it, securing its well-earned place on this list of the greatest medieval fantasy games.
There behind! I know your son repair! I see them!
They're coming!
He's all yours, Arno. Arno, take care of him!
I'll be quick!
Next at number 16 is Final Fantasy XVI, a bold return to high-stakes medieval fantasy for the iconic series. Set in the war-torn land of Valisthea, the game follows Clive Rosfield, a skilled warrior caught in the violent struggle between warring nations and the mysterious, destructive power of the Icons, massive, godlike beings that shape the fate of the world. Final Fantasy XVI delivers a rich, medieval-inspired setting, complete with sprawling castles, ancient forests, and bustling towns that feel alive with politics, conflict, and intrigue. The game leans into action-driven combat, blending fast-paced swordplay with devastating magical abilities, letting players experience both the brutality and beauty of battle firsthand. Beyond combat, the story shines with complex characters, moral dilemmas, and a narrative that's dark, mature, and emotionally engaging. Every choice and battle feels consequential, pulling you deeper into a world where power, destiny, and loyalty collide. With its cinematic presentation, immersive world building, and gripping story, Final Fantasy XVI redefines what medieval fantasy can be in a modern JRPG. It's a must-play for anyone craving epic adventure, high drama, and unforgettable moments, earning it a solid spot on this list. Next at number 15 is Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning, a hidden gem that combines deep lore, fluid combat, and a vibrant medieval fantasy world. Set in the expansive land of Amalur, the game immerses you in a realm filled with warring factions, ancient secrets, and mythical creatures. Every corner of this world feels alive, from bustling cities to enchanted forests and deadly dungeons. What sets Amalur apart is its combat system, fast, fluid, and endlessly customizable. Whether you prefer wielding swords, launching devastating spells, or sneaking through shadows, the game lets you shape your hero exactly how you want. Add in a flexible skill tree and a wealth of quests, and every playthrough can feel completely different. Beyond gameplay, the world building is exceptional. The rich backstory, memorable characters, and countless side adventures make Amalur feel like a living, breathing medieval realm. Kingdoms of Amalur. Reckoning may not have received the attention it deserved at launch, but its combination of freedom, action, and story ensures it still stands as one of the greatest medieval fantasy games you can play. Next at number 14 is Dragon Age Origins, a classic that set the standard for modern medieval fantasy RPGs. Set in the kingdom of Ferelden, you step into the role of a Grey Warden, tasked with uniting a fractured land against a deadly force known as the Darkspawn. The game's world is rich with lore, political intrigue, and moral complexity, making every choice feel meaningful and impactful. Combat in Dragon Age Origins blends tactical strategy with real-time action, allowing you to control a party of diverse heroes, each with unique abilities and personalities. Outside of battle, the game shines with its branching narratives, side quests, and deep character interactions. Every decision can shift alliances, spark romance, or even alter the course of the story. The dark, gritty atmosphere, combined with memorable companions and epic battles, creates a truly immersive medieval fantasy experience. Dragon Age Origins isn't just a game, it's a world you can lose yourself in for dozens of hours. Its influence on the RPG genre is undeniable, making it a must-play and a well-earned spot on this list of the greatest medieval fantasy games.
I'm ready.
Next at number 13 is Fable II, a charming and unforgettable journey through the whimsical yet dangerous world of Albion. Set in a medieval-inspired land full of villages, castles, and wild forests, the game lets you craft your own hero, shaping their skills, morality, and even appearance as you progress. Every choice you make, from helping villagers to committing crimes, impacts the world around you, giving the game a unique sense of personal storytelling. Combat in Fable II is accessible but satisfying, blending swordplay, archery, and magic in a way that keeps battles engaging and fun. Beyond fighting, the game shines with its living world. Towns bustle with activity, merchants react to your reputation, and even your dog companion adds personality and gameplay depth. Fable II balances humor, heart, and adventure in a way few medieval fantasy games manage. Its vibrant world, memorable characters, and freedom of choice make it a standout experience. Whether you're exploring hidden areas, building your fortune, or simply wandering through Albion's picturesque landscapes, Fable II remains a must-play classic on this list. Next at number 12 is Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen, an action-packed medieval fantasy that stands out for its sheer freedom and exhilarating combat. Set in the open world of Grancis, you take on the role of the Arisen, a hero marked by destiny, as you battle towering dragons, ogres, and countless other creatures. The game's world feels alive, with dynamic weather, day-night cycles, and enemies that react intelligently to your presence. What truly sets Dragon's Dogma apart is its combat system. Every encounter is visceral. Climb giant monsters to strike weak points, unleash devastating combos, or harness magic to turn the tide of battle. The game also introduces the unique pawn system, letting you create companions and share them with other players for added strategy and storytelling. Exploration is rewarding, with hidden caves, sprawling castles, and secret quests around every corner. Dragon's Dogma? Dark Arisen blends medieval adventure, high fantasy, and player freedom in a way few games can. It's intense, immersive, and unforgettable, earning its place as one of the greatest medieval fantasy games you need to play.
I cannot move! Help her after they strike. Down. I'm out of here! They hold the advantage! Now let's expose after I try to strike. You're sorry, ass.
Next at number 11 is Middle-earth, Shadow of Mordor, and Shadow of War, two brutal and unforgettable entries that bring Tolkien's world to life like never before. Set between The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings, these games put you in the shoes of Talion, a ranger bound to the Wraith Celebrimbor, as you take on Sauron's forces across Mordor. What makes these games truly special is the Nemesis system, a revolutionary mechanic where enemies remember your encounters, grow stronger after defeating you, and develop unique personalities. No two battles feel the same, and every orc you face can become a nemesis you'll either fear or respect. Combat is fast, fluid, and brutal, combining stealth, swordplay, and wraith powers to let you approach fights however you like. Outside of combat, the open world is full of castles, fortresses, and enemy strongholds to conquer, giving a real sense of medieval war and strategy. Shadow of Mordor and Shadow of War perfectly capture the dark, epic, and gritty feel of Tolkien's world while offering gameplay systems that are fresh and endlessly engaging. These games earn their spot as some of the most thrilling medieval fantasy adventures you can experience. Next at number 10 is Elden Ring, a groundbreaking medieval fantasy experience that redefined open-world RPGs. Created by From Software in collaboration with George R.R. Martin, the game plunges players into the hauntingly beautiful Lands Between, a world full of danger, mystery, and breathtaking landscapes. Elden Ring combines challenging combat with unparalleled freedom. You can explore sprawling castles, twisted forests, and treacherous ruins at your own pace, uncovering secrets, hidden bosses, and powerful weapons along the way. Every encounter, whether with a towering dragon or a cunning knight, tests your strategy, reflexes, and perseverance. The game's lore is rich and immersive, with intricate storytelling woven into environments, NPCs, and item descriptions. Players can customize their characters, experiment with magic, and tackle challenges solo or in co-op, making every adventure uniquely personal. With its epic world, tense battles, and endless exploration, Elden Ring is more than a game. It's an unforgettable medieval fantasy journey. It challenges, rewards, and captivates players like few others, earning its place firmly among the greatest medieval fantasy games you need to play. Next at number 9 is Baldur's Gate 3, a modern masterpiece of medieval fantasy and one of the deepest RPG experiences available today. Set in the iconic Forgotten Realms, the game plunges you into a world of magic, monsters, and political intrigue, all shaped by your choices and the dice roll mechanics of Dungeons & Dragons. Combat is turn-based and strategic, giving you full control over your party, spells, and positioning. Every battle feels meaningful, whether you're sneaking through enemy territory, negotiating with dangerous factions, or unleashing devastating magic. Beyond combat, the world is alive with branching narratives, memorable companions, and countless side quests that react to your decisions in surprising ways. Baldur's Gate 3 shines in its storytelling. Relationships, alliances, and betrayals aren't just narrative fluff. They shape the course of your journey and the fate of the realms. Every choice carries weight, making the game feel personal and immersive. With its intricate systems, rich lore, and limitless possibilities, Baldur's Gate 3 is a must-play for anyone craving a deep, strategic, and unforgettable medieval fantasy adventure. It earns its place as one of the finest entries on this list. Next, at number 8, is The Elder Scrolls IV: Oblivion Remastered, a landmark medieval fantasy RPG that set the standard for open-world adventures. Set in the province of Cyrodiil, the game drops you into a land threatened by the opening of the Oblivion Gates, unleashing demons and chaos across the realm. Oblivion is beloved for its vast living world, from bustling towns and rolling countryside to dark dungeons and ancient ruins. Every NPC has a schedule, every quest has multiple outcomes, and exploration is endlessly rewarding. The game's open-ended design allows you to craft your hero, join factions, and decide how you want to shape the world. Combat blends real-time swordplay, archery, and magic, while character progression and skill systems let you customize your playstyle. The remastered version enhances visuals, making forests, castles, and dungeons even more breathtaking. With its rich lore, immersive world, and freedom to play your way, Oblivion Remastered remains a quintessential medieval fantasy experience. Whether you're battling Daedra, exploring hidden caves, or forging your own legend, it's a game that proves why the Elder Scrolls series has remained a benchmark for the genre. Next at number 7 is Divinity Original Sin 1 and 2, two of the most celebrated medieval fantasy RPGs of modern gaming. Set in the richly detailed world of Rivellon, these games combine deep tactical combat, complex storylines, and total player freedom to deliver unforgettable adventures. The turn-based combat is strategic and highly interactive, allowing you to manipulate the environment, combine elemental effects, and outsmart even the toughest foes. Every encounter is a puzzle, rewarding creativity and planning. Beyond battle, the games shine in storytelling. Your choices shape the world, influence companions, and determine the fate of entire regions. Co-op gameplay adds another layer of depth, letting friends experience the epic tale together, while countless side quests, hidden treasures, and secret encounters ensure every playthrough feels fresh. The characters are memorable, the dialogue is witty, and the lore is rich, making the world feel alive and reactive. Whether you're navigating political intrigue, battling monsters, or solving environmental puzzles, Divinity Original Sin 1 and 2 capture the essence of medieval fantasy in a way few games do. Their depth, freedom, and charm earn them a well-deserved spot on this list. Next, at number 6 is Mount & Blade II Bannerlord, a medieval fantasy epic that puts you at the heart of warfare, politics, and conquest. Set in the sprawling continent of Calradia, the game combines massive battles, strategic kingdom management, and personal combat, giving players a freedom few other games can match. What sets Bannerlord apart is its scale. You can lead armies of hundreds into battle, siege fortresses, and fight on horseback with sword or bow, all while shaping your own destiny. Outside combat, the game lets you manage towns, trade goods, forge alliances, and navigate complex political landscapes. Every choice, from diplomacy to war, has lasting consequences on the world around you. The game's open-ended design means you can be a mercenary, a noble lord, or even carve out your own kingdom from scratch. Its realistic combat, massive battles, and deep strategy make you feel every swing of the sword and every tactical decision. Mount & Blade II Bannerlord isn't just a medieval fantasy game. It's a living, breathing world where your actions truly matter, earning it a top spot on this list of must-play adventures. Next at number 5 is Die by the Sword, a unique and ambitious medieval fantasy game that puts a revolutionary twist on combat. Unlike most action RPGs of its time, Die by the Sword gives you direct control over your character's sword arm, allowing you to swing, thrust, and parry with unprecedented precision. Every move feels intentional, making duels against enemies intense, skill-based, and incredibly satisfying. Set in a dark, medieval-inspired world, the game blends adventure, exploration, and strategic combat. You face off against knights, monsters, and other formidable foes across castles, dungeons, and open fields, with every encounter demanding timing, accuracy, and tactical thinking. Beyond combat, Die by the Sword offers immersive storytelling and atmospheric environments, from eerie forests to ancient ruins, all steeped in fantasy and medieval lore. Its innovative mechanics were ahead of their time, influencing how future action RPGs approached melee combat. Die by the Sword may not be as widely remembered as other classics, but its ambition, creativity, and intense swordplay earn it a well-deserved place on this list of the greatest medieval fantasy games. It's a game that challenges both your reflexes and your strategy. Next at number 4 is Dark Souls 3, a masterclass in medieval fantasy and one of the most challenging, rewarding experiences in gaming. Set in the decaying kingdom of Lothric, the game immerses players in a dark, Gothic world filled with towering castles, twisted forests, and nightmarish creatures that test every skill and decision. Combat in Dark Souls 3 is precise, brutal, and deeply satisfying. Every enemy encounter, whether against a lone knight or a massive boss, demands strategy, timing, and patience. The game rewards careful observation, clever tactics, and mastering both melee and magic combat, making every victory feel earned. Beyond fighting, the world building is phenomenal. Lore is hidden in item descriptions, environments, and cryptic dialogue, encouraging exploration and discovery. Secrets, shortcuts, and hidden bosses make the kingdom feel alive and layered with mystery. With its haunting atmosphere, punishing difficulty, and unforgettable encounters, Dark Souls 3 is a true benchmark for medieval fantasy games. It's more than just a game. It's an experience that challenges, terrifies, and captivates players, earning its well-deserved spot near the top of this list. Next at number 3 is The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim, a landmark medieval fantasy RPG that has defined the genre for over a decade, and it only gets better with mods. Set in the rugged province of Skyrim, the game plunges you into a world of dragons, ancient ruins, and endless adventure. You play as the Dragonborn, a hero with the power to absorb dragon souls and wield devastating shouts, shaping the fate of the land. Skyrim's open world is massive, alive, and full of stories waiting to be discovered. From bustling cities and hidden caves to towering mountains and mysterious dungeons, exploration is endlessly rewarding. Combat is flexible, letting you master swords, bows, magic, or a mix of everything to suit your playstyle. What keeps Skyrim fresh even years later is the modding community. Mods expand the world with new quests, weapons, characters, and graphics, turning an already vast adventure into a limitless playground of medieval fantasy. With its rich lore, immersive world, and infinite replayability through mods, Skyrim remains a must-play experience for any fan of medieval fantasy, earning its place as one of the greatest games on this list.
Give up! I'm on fire!
Next at number 2 is The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, a masterpiece of medieval fantasy that sets the bar for storytelling, world building, and immersive gameplay. You step into the shoes of Geralt of Rivia, a seasoned monster hunter navigating a war-torn world filled with political intrigue, dark magic, and morally complex choices. The world of The Witcher 3 is staggering in its detail. From bustling towns and misty swamps to snow-capped mountains and ancient ruins, every corner of the continent feels alive. Side quests are crafted with care, often rivaling main storylines in depth, and the choices you make can have far-reaching consequences that shape the narrative. Combat blends swordplay, alchemy, and magic in a fluid, engaging system that rewards preparation and strategy. Alongside Geralt's companions, you'll face terrifying monsters, cunning enemies, and epic boss encounters that test your skills. With its unforgettable characters, intricate plotlines, and breathtaking world, The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt is more than just a game. It's a full-fledged medieval fantasy adventure. It earns its spot near the top of this list as an experience every fan of the genre needs to play. Finally, at number 1 is Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, the highly anticipated sequel to the 2018 medieval RPG that redefined realism in gaming. Released on February 4th, 2025 by Warhorse Studios and published by Deep Silver, the game continues the story of Henry, the blacksmith turned knight, amidst the turmoil of 15th century Bohemia. Set in a meticulously recreated medieval world, the game offers an expansive open-world experience with detailed environments, including the Bohemian paradise and the city of Kutna Hora. Players can engage in various activities such as blacksmithing, fishing, potion crafting, and horseback riding, all of which contribute to character progression. Combat has been enhanced with new weapon types, skills, and finishers, offering a more dynamic and immersive experience. The game also introduces a revamped stealth system, improved NPC behavior, and a more interactive environment, building upon the foundation laid by its predecessor. Critics have lauded the game for its attention to historical detail, engaging narrative, and refined gameplay mechanics, earning it an impressive 89 Metascore. With over 3 million copies sold worldwide, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 has solidified its place as a pinnacle of medieval fantasy RPGs. For those seeking a deep, immersive, and historically grounded RPG experience, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is an absolute must-play.
Duckpig! Kill him!
Got you, you swine!
The arsehole!
And that wraps up our list of the 20 greatest medieval fantasy games you need to play. Each of these worlds brings something unique, from brutal sword fights and deep lore to unforgettable characters and magic that still gives you chills. Whether you're a longtime fan of the genre or just getting into it, these games prove why medieval fantasy will always stand the test of time. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. It really helps the channel grow. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.